For example, he makes Queen of Pain like a laughable joke. All her burst damage.
And then he's a setup for anyone.
I mean, X with 1,000 cast range works well with Darkseer, works well with
Cold Feet.
Yeah, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's an excellent hero, but I don't think people realize this hero exists because I haven't seen this hero at all.
The last time I saw him was Burden United at D2CL. Sing Sing played him once against NIP, I believe, and they did excellently. They were against the Dragonite kind of pushing strat with DK and Chen. They had Kunkka, AA, and a couple of other heroes, and they did exactly like you said. They went looking for fights as pairings you wouldn't really expect. You think, okay, they're going to go 3 heroes, move into the jungle. They went with 2. Then the AA Ice Blast from across the map, they found pickoff after pickoff. I could see that working.
I think right now we're drafting Miracle Zero, and I don't think he plays Kunkka. I think we're looking more like this could be a great Naga draft.
Too bad it's banned.
Okay, now
final ban from TNC that they saw it coming.
Yeah, I mean Naga Song, Darkseer Vacuum, we've seen all of that during TI2, right? So this TNC draft is looking insanely scary in terms of the damage output they could throw out, the AoE, the push. It's a very well-rounded draft that is powerful in laning, ganking. They're just great at everything. Maybe not the ganking aspect. Unless you get off a good glimpse, you're not really initiating.
Yeah, I think reacting to the aggression from 5ever is a lot stronger for TNC. TPing and reacting with Disruptor, Earthshaker, they've got some great abilities there. Nature's Prophet, obviously, to make up the numbers in these engagements, but their pushing power is ridiculous. Gyro to clear creep waves, Nature's Prophet and Leshrac. Even though we don't see Edict getting leveled up, you know, too early on, some people get a value point, but it's definitely not maxed in the current scene.
Yep.
TNC, they've been doing some unusual things with Leshrac. We might see Edict get leveled up a little more. But definitely, his power comes from laning phase. That cooldown on Lightning Storm, 4 seconds cooldown on a ridiculous nuke with a slow.
Yeah.
Against the Quap, against the Darkseer, you know, okay, they've got blinks and surges, but if you can slow them for that split second and glimpse, fissure, and follow through with all this damage, it's still very... Oh, okay.
Oh,
haha. Shrapnel.
Actually, it's very excellent against this team that generally wants to play the distance, right? TNC, the Gyro, the Prophet generally just stays back. Same thing with the Leshrac. I guess Leshrac could just turn on BKB and charge in, but he's really the only one.
I think we
smoke.
Oh, they're going that way. Okay, I was going to say that we see from TNC the 5-man smoke into this area here.
Oh, they drew the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that come up, so...
Oh, they did level 1 Roshing on the Radiant? They got the 2-tree and summon. Let's check their item.
Is it Edict level 1? They've got no.
They don't have the Ring of Basilius. If you're doing level 1 Rosh, you're definitely getting Ring of Basilius. 7's got no items. He's bought, what, all the wards, I think? He gave it to somebody?
On who, the Disruptor? Oh man, 55 gold with nothing.
Yeah, so...
ES has a bunch of stuff.
What are they looking for? Is this an early first blood attempt? Alright, so they got deep into the enemy territory.
What are they looking for?
We'll see. We'll see in just a bit.
I guess the natural move for Darkseer is to go down and ward, and then move back to get the bounty rune the safe route, right?
Oh.
So Polosan's going to move past the secret shop and into TNC here. Polosan, this is not the neck of the woods you want to be in. He's got a level to go for, but Fisher blocks him off, and Polosan's caught the split of one land, but he's got nowhere to go. Tries to tango through the trees, but he's dead.
Here's the thing. If you're normally going for a kill like that, I think it's very important to ward this particular spot. Because there's a good chance that Darkseer could have just walked and went this way and be like, well, I'm done here. But that was still a very expensive smoke gank because look at your poor what's it, Disruptor. He's got a pull tango for himself.
1 pull tango and 100 gold.
At the same time, though, I don't think you need that much item against a Darkseer. Because you could just right-click him a bit. And
what did he go? Thunderstrike? No, he went for Glimpse.
Yeah.
So you don't have the full harassing power with Thunderstrike on 7. But
I think that's actually better against Darkseer. Because if Darkseer...
Barrage.
Right. Well, the thing is, if Darkseer knows you have Thunderstrike, he could just not respect you and play really far up. But knowing that you have, well, triple Iron Shell. If you know the fact that there is Glimpse, you gotta be somewhat careful because you could always get Glimpse back and you're just dead.
Double circlet going up to this Nature's Prophet at top. It looks like Sam did have his lane blocked off by the Earthshaker at top. So they had that Fisher fly across, and now AU looking towards the middle lane as Lightning Storm and Split Earth. Chibi's going to take a whole bunch of damage here at middle lane, but TD, he's still going to keep on chasing this. Shrapnels get laid down, and Chibi actually turning and fighting. Lightning Storm ready again with the Split Earth. Chibi's going to drop it, the Fisher to follow, and 1 versus 1 pretty much. Lash finds a kill on Sniper. The reaction from Lion is to walk in here. but he's not going to find anything. Maybe cancel a salve, get a little bit of value, but backs himself up. There's Iron Shell at bottom lane, actually. Is 7 getting run at by Polosin. TP down.
So, I mean, anytime you see a kind of essentially a solo one versus one kill, Teehee's now in a huge lead. I wonder how Chipik's going to recover, because generally when you pick Sniper, he's a lane dominator, but only one of those like passive harassing, nobody hitting each other kind of lane, which is definitely not the case here.
Lashrak didn't really gain too much value last hit-wise. You know, he didn't overtake the Sniper, so Chipik's still in the lead. What kind of item build do we actually see for the Sniper? Wraithband, couple pool tangos, while Null over on Teehee, he's got his regen remaining, and Bottle isn't too far away for the Lashrak either.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see some sort of Ring of Acula, Power Treads, maybe Phase, Mask of Madness. You know, the standard movement speed build that lets you hit kind of fast and hard. I am somewhat surprised with the lane assignment, though. I thought Queen of Pain would go mid. Sure, you have a pretty even matchup, but it's more about having the Queen of Pain being able to utilize the rune much better than Chibix could on the Sniper. At the same time, I think Sniper would have a much easier time farming and harassing at top. Like, when you have a really long-range Sniper against a Prophet, the two supports could do whatever they want to do.
Made Courier snipe lines
They know.
there.
Oh.
They do know he's not going to get hits out, and Fisher lands. He split Earth as well. KS! He goes for the sneaky play, but he gets caught.
It almost felt like they knew they were there, and they were just baiting him.
They saw the line and pinged him out. They saw him move here.
Oh, right, okay.
But I don't know if they knew he stayed, but it looks like they did.
Well, they didn't ever see him moving back out, and this ward really covers all the path he could walk out from, so... And then the micro where he walked down, the immediate fissure, it felt like TNC knew. I'm going to give him the credit that they knew.
Definitely.
It was perfectly played.
Homing missile, Polosin, there's a glimpse as well back in. There's the rocket barrage, and Fisher, they'll find another kill here as Darkseer drops. TNC on a roll, 4-0, 3 minutes in.
So I just made a spiel during the drafting phase saying that, you know what, the Earthsling Shaker has been working very well for C and not for China, but if China, if you're watching, this is how you play roaming Earthshaker. First blood for your mid, a courier deny kill, and then killing the lion, and then on the bottom lane, getting yet another kill. This is how you play Earthshaker. I'm going to download this replay and watch this, because his roam has just been impeccable. Oh,
definitely. I think a lot of it does come down to warding, especially on the top side. They know when the line's moving. They haven't made any smokes from 5 ever. But you know that AA is going to be relatively static, right? He's going to be sitting at top, stacking and pulling. Everything is very methodical for an AA. You move on to lane with Chilling Touch and you try and harass out Nature's Prophet. But apart from that, you aren't a roaming hero necessarily. You have seen it occasionally, you know, PPD with the max Vortex if you've got another couple of stuns to match it up with. Lion here, though, is the aggressive hero, actually trying to make things happen.
So you're saying it's because the other supports are essentially kind of forced into their own lane. It allows Earthshaker to walk around and do a lot of his stuff.
Sam here, maybe he gets caught at top. KS lands the Earth Spike, and the Nature's Prophet, he'll drop. He'll drop. The Chilling Touch damage too much.
Yeah, mid lane right now, Chipix is just really scary. He doesn't know where the Earthshaker is, even though there's a pretty deep war on the mid lane. In fact, I think they know where I think they've seen the Earthshaker, so... at the very least, though, the Sniper being forced to play very defensively.
But then if you look at the sort of trade-off here, safe lane farm from the Nature... Oh, actually, Nature's Prophet TP's into bot. Polosin juking and jiving. The surge is up. The Rocket Barrage and now Sprout. Sam traps him in with the trees. Polosin throws out an Iron Shell as his dying action. Not going to get too much out of it, but Gyrocopter, compared with the Queen of Pain, isn't getting as much farm, and the Quops Orchid, if he can get it early on, is going to be absolutely massive against Lashrak, Nature's Prophet. Every single hero on TNC are going to be pretty much instant kills.
Yeah, but he has to get those kills because his team is just not doing well. Mid lane looks like we have another dive. Fissure on point, getting the block off. Teehee will get the kill. The glimpse back by KS. Can he get off the Hex? He did. So he did all he did and got sent back to the top lane. Meanwhile, Polosin coming in. These supports are out of spells at this point. It looks like the Shaker is completely trapped here. We need a slow. We need that Ice Vortex. We will get one. And it looks like AO is going to try to go for a self-deny at the Ancients. But no, he's going to go for the space creation. TP back out. He'll make it home, I believe. Yes, barely the bottle into TP. What a play by Earthshaker. You guys don't see me on camera right now, but I'm doing the bow for AU.
Oh, man.
What a play. I did find it funny when the line TP'd in, and your natural reaction as a disruptor player is you glimpse him back out, but he just casts everything. It's like, oh, thanks for the trip back.
Yeah, see ya, buddy. Last hit-wise, 41 for 20 for Miracle up at top lane.
Bottom lane, though, Miracle TP back in. Are we going to see the scream? He's looking for it. He doesn't want to miss it. Oh, he's going to have blink. Oh, what a juke. What a juke. And of course, a little bit of slight hesitation by Miracle.
It's nighttime as well.
Yeah. It was a great move by Miracle, though. He noticed that Gyrocopter was kind of low HP. And you don't expect a safe lane Quap to TP like that. But missing that gank and the fact that he has to walk all the way top is going to cost him quite a bit.
And you can't go far in the jungle. Quite a lot of times, if you do have a failed gang like this, the Queen of Pain will go and take, at least one camp. Take the medium camp, farm it up with Scream. He's going to find Sam H here, but with a TP, there's no way he can really finish him off instantly.
Yeah, Sam H got double nose, so he got a ton of health. Top lane looks like they're going to make a TP on KS. Sprout's going to be on top. Oh, Fisher's actually going to miss, though. Any TP coming in? Looks like not. And the reason that TNC can make that gank is because they know Quap just TP, so there's going to be no kind of counter play.
Assassinate? Does that just cancel it out? Maybe there if they got the Fisher and bottom lane. They got the call down onto the Darkseer. Polosan caught in the middle of two. Did he get Glimpse back? I'm assuming no. Glimpse is not on cooldown. I was looking up a top lane and what did Darkseer do there?
Not sure. Yeah, I was checking on the cooldown Glimpse. It's 32 seconds. If
There's no way he got glimpsed.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess he just got misplayed.
But yeah, the top lane gang, maybe if they didn't overlap Sprout and Fisher so heavily, they could have got the line. He was 2 hits away from death.
Yeah.
But it's still a very, very tight window. Leshrac is actually looking for stacks over in the Dire jungle, and Teehee, he'll find a small one. With the Lightning Storm, we should be able to clear this out.
That's great awareness.
Pulse Nova.
That's great awareness. There's a Darkseer, there's a Queen of Pain on the enemy team. Find those stacks, steal it. That's a big win for TNC.
With Earthshaker now, they'll probably find a kill onto this Lion. Fisher to line things up, and Teehee split Earth. Do you even need it? Apparently not. Lightning Storm and Pulse Nova, too much damage. Glimpse back, that's great. Split Earth to follow, and he's timed it perfectly. Chivix caught and chapped Toto and slammed into the ground.
Prophet's teleporting in, but looks like they will lose that Earthshaker. And
support, yes. Sonic Wave is ready. Miracle.
He's probably going to just scream it one more time and get the kill. Miracle, despite the first gang not working out, he is doing very well. And here's the thing, he needs to be doing very well. He needs to have some sort of his score needs to be like 5-0-3 or something like that in the next 5 to 7 minutes, because the entire team is on his shoulder. I like the fact that they're giving Ysera level 6, very important for that hero. And at this point, it's also very important that Miracle are getting these kills without expending Sonic Wave.
Yeah.
Because of that, he's a constant threat on the map.
That's true. The deterrent of Sonic Wave, like, hey, can we dive this tower? Maybe not. It's 3 people with that Sonic Wave ready. AA, how close is he to 6? A creep or 2, and he'll get that under his belt. Queen of Pain had quite a bit of money in the bank.
Oh, it looks like he's gonna kill Sam H, dropping a low Sonic Wave. Should get this one after the auto attack. So we said that Miracle needs to play well. Guess what? He's playing really well.
So 3-0-1. He's looking for... They basically want to even up the scoreboard here with the Queen of Pain, right? They want to get it to 9-9 with the Ice Blast and Queen of Pain moving around. They can probably do this as long as TNC continue playing aggressively. But do they need to, is my question. Do TNC need to put themselves out there in harm's way? They can look to stack the jungle, get Gyrocopter up and running, have the Leshrac go and take camps, because Bloodstone on Leshrac, once he gets that, he's such a force.
Yeah. There's a couple ways to play aggression. I mean, you could, for example, go for endless skanks, the way that they did in Game 1. Or you could just go for pushes. And honestly, I'm not sure if TNC is comfortable with doing that. I think I'm with you here. Maybe you just kind of dial it back a little bit. Farm a little bit, and make sure that Glimpse on the top lane. I say dial it back, they pick up another kill, so...
Yeah, well, it's a fact that you dial it back, but you don't stop being aggressive altogether. You still pick your moments, but you're a little more careful about which moments or which situations to actually go in.
Miracle's going BKB first.
Oh man, there's another stack here. There's an Ion Shell down, but Teehee should be able to clear this up.
Oh, I think he's dead. Polosan, he's going to get seen. Fisher should get the kill. Oh, he's out of there. That hesitation will cost. But Miracle's going for BKB. What's your thought on that item choice?
It could still be Aghanims. I don't think BKB as a first item is ever good in this patch. Like, why would you go BKB for Static Storm and Glimpse, I guess? But then a Yule Scepter would be equally as good.
So I think that he's
but
really...
It still gives you the chance to blink out.
Well, not if there's a Static Storm drop on top, right? Or a Fissure or a Split Earth. And TNC has shown that they can combo into things like that. It looks like they will get the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, again, without spending any ultimates. Although the fact is that
They're taking a ton of damage for it, which is fine, I guess.
Lion isn't even level 6 yet. I was wondering, do they Finger of Death here? They probably don't need to. He doesn't even have it.
Yeah. I mean, the BKB on Queen of Pain seems ultra defensive. At the same time, it also means Queen of Pain could pop her BKB and blink right in the middle of the team. And honestly, what are they going to do to her?
But then you're looking at Queen of Pain that is all other game impact, right?
Yeah.
So he wins the... as soon as he gets the BKB, he wins the next, what, 10 to 50 minutes for the game, so he allows the Sniper to get some farm. Oh, he's going BKB, you're right.
Yep. So, like you said, it's basically gambling for the early game, and if it works out, essentially his team's back in it. But if it doesn't, the game to me is over at that point. Because that's a lot of early game investment that may not do a lot. Again, it's Miracle playing this Queen of Pain. So far, he's played it extremely well.
Yeah. Bloodstone, not too far away for this Leshrac, and you see how much sort of pressure they're putting on this mid lane. If they do want to go on Lesh, there's an Earthshaker, Disruptor always ready there to defend him. No G the Gyro is being left alone on bot.
I haven't seen the mid lane not being warded for TNC. They just have vision everywhere.
What item do you expect from Nature's Prophet? An Orchid?
Orchid would be nice. The No Talisman Blade Mail build is very popular, especially against all of this burst damage. That's decent. I'm also a fan of just Nature's Prophet going utility items. I think it looks like he's going to go for Orchids. Yeah, which could be argued as a utility item.
Ice Blast at bottom lane. Miracle blinks forward. The Sonic Wave completely misses. Nodi just walks it off. Everything is gone and done. And Miracle, he's not going to get trapped. Yeah, glimpse back into the Static Storm. You're right. KS will get out of here with a TP out. Sprout not going to spot him, but that's Miracle's dominating streak gone.
Yeah.
His BKB slowed down again.
I mean, he was going to die regardless of whether he got the gyro kill, but boy, he wanted that gyro kill.
Well, they missed Ice Blast, they missed Sonic Wave, Finger of Death hits, but that's a single target spell. You're not going to miss that, are you?
Yeah, they're extremely desperate, and you can see by the way they're ganking. They were ganking Dire safe lane without any vision of the jungle, and they got really gimped by that. But they are correct. They need to keep killing this gyro because they don't have an answer for him eventually when he gets big.
Yeah, and he goes for the same build as last game. Bring back all the Magic Wand face boots and drums, and most likely BKB next. Ysera caught, and with a Pulse Nova, Split Earth lands, Sprout, and they're ready. But KS with the Tranquil Boots, a little bit too fast for the Nature's Prophet to catch himself up.
Yeah, once again, what we see from this game, similar to last game's that 5EVA, play a very good, like, 8 to 10 minutes of solid laning Dota. They get a great amount of kills. And then once the mid-game happens where, you know, heroes are forced to rotate back and forth, TNC to me just plays a stronger rotation game.
It seems like
they're getting more kills.
It seems like they read it so well. They know when they're being ganked. They know when people are farming jungle, and especially when the Dire jungle is being stacked up. They knew which ones were stacked. They know that Darkseer, Queen of Pain, and possibly Sniper with Shrapnel will be looking to catch up or build into that big item a little bit faster. I mean,
yeah.
You look at Sniper right now, 777 HP, trying to make a Yasha.
Not good times.
A Teehee with a haste. Oh, buddy. Chibix into the Edict. Level 4 in Edict. And there's the build I was talking about. A little bit unconventional with Leshrac nowadays, but this is TNC down to a T. Miracle will get the last hit on the... Oh, yeah. A little bit of lag there. Didn't see that. But Miracle, last hit on the tower of bot, and he's 200 gold away from BKB.
I mean, here's the thing with the BKB. Okay, they're not really going to kill Queen of Pain, but she doesn't... She could kill maybe 1 or 2 heroes very quickly, but that's pretty much it.
Her impact is all at once and then nothing sustained.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. She's a very, very, like, strong bursty killer. And her Scream of Pain is a very low cooldown, so you could chase very effectively with that. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, compare this Queen of Pain to the Leshrac. Leshrac is not going PKB. He's got a Bloodstone finish. I feel that Leshrac's going to have a vastly superior impact. I'm not sure if you agree with that, though.
Yeah. I agree, especially if 5EVA not being able to buy BKBs themselves. Sniper is years away from buying a BKB. Queen of Pain, you know, she's going to be the only one really, but there's still Edict, there's still Sprout. If she does blink aggressively, you know, call down the slow still gets her.
Sure. Although I don't think he'd throw a call down on the co-op just for the slow, though. No. But it does work. If she gets caught, she will get slowed. Yeah, again, I think the question that you asked earlier for me is very interesting right now. Again, what does TNC want to do? They're ahead, so they have more option. Do you want to just, you know, farm a bit or just gank a little bit, or I don't know. I don't know what TLC would do.
Well, right now, how far ahead are they? 5,000 net worth or so, and about 2,500 experience over 5 ever. That, you know, the metrics tell one story. They say, okay, they are X amount ahead. But when you look at the dynamic of the game and you say, okay, all tier 1 towers are down right now for 5 ever. Bot lane, KS, one more hit, can Sam find it? Just about gets the kill on the Lion. But the actual sort of creep equilibrium and map momentum dynamic, all the tier 1s are down for 5 ever. So reacting to movements from TNC is a little bit more difficult. Roshan, I'm not sure if it's an objective this early on for either side. They'd rather farm jungle and split push lanes, especially with, you know, Nature's Prophet and TNC. Where was...
Yeah, bottom lane. Miracle blinked in with a, whatchamacallit, with the Iron Shell on top of her.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And I was wondering why she didn't actually use the Shadow Strike for extra more damage. But Miracle, he calculated his mana before he went in. Oh, Miracle's dead? No, he's got BKB. He could turn it around. I think he's baiting. BKB will happen right now. He's fighting 3 versus 1, though. Here comes a straight-up TP up. He's actually going to go for a kill, I believe. No, he has to TP out himself. That's not how you want to use that first 10-second BKB charge.
No.
If he has Sonic Wave, though, he was killing everybody.
Yeah, 1 versus 3. Could have been big, but using that Sonic Wave already on the Nature's Prophet, finding the 1 kill. Yeah. Not expecting the 3 other heroes from TNC to come in there.
Still good, though. Still good. Teehee. Sorry, what was your point?
Yeah, also after sort of tier 1 towers have fallen, it's also about item progression itself. There are massive items for TNC coming up. Blink Dagger on ES is 100 gold away. Actually, not a BKB for Gyrocopter just yet, going for S and Y it looks like. While Disruptor, you know, earn Tranquils, that's perfectly great, but Orchid for the Nature's Prophet is ready in 4 gold.
Well, normally the early Orchid's going to do a lot, but again, there's a BKB on Quap, so the best target you want to use it again is already protected.
I'd kind of put Doxer up there with...
Well, guess what he's got?
Oh, wow, really?
He's got a BKB too, which normally you're like, that's pretty bad. But in this case, it's excellent against what TNC's going for and what they got.
So it's wombo combo time.
Yeah. Well, they'll try.
Chibi, TPs, and there's no stun.
Yeah.
They did find a pick up on the Earthshaker. They threw Ice Blast and Earth Spike to finish him off, but a kill on the ES. Oh, he didn't finish off his Blink Dagger, so that does delay it by quite a bit. He was 70 gold away and gets picked off there. While 7 walking around, finding some observer wards. 2,557 gold on his left track now. What's your next pickup? BKB? Boots of Travel? Go for a Yule Scepter?
I think BKB is very, very good against what 5-Ever's got. They got all spell damage. Sniper is hitting like a kitten. So it seems to be like the go-to choice. Although I've seen Blink from Leshrac in this position before. Shiva's Guard is not necessarily gotten for the armor, but more so for the sight and the slow and the damage. So that's an okay choice as well if you want to prepare more for the late game. But I think you just go BKB here. And looks like he's got for Yules, which is a little bit more offensive. Give you the ability to Yule stun or Yules yourself and still keep Pulse Nova going. I feel that he's so far ahead, he could go whatever he wants.
Yeah, exactly. The world was his oyster. It's just like, well, I've got this much gold. I can buy a Yule straight up right this second. So that's what he goes for. Over in the Dire Jungle, we're seeing Peloton farming up a little bit more. 1,000 gold in the bank, taking a stack. Oh, yeah, you're right.
They know.
Treant's moving over, saying, hey, hang on a second. Darkseer has a BKB. He's farming through these stacks as well.
Uh-oh. This Lion is trapped. He's going to TP out. They see him in the range creep. They're not going for him.
Oh, man.
Okay. That's a little bit weird. Mid lane, this D board sees Miracles coming in, and I don't think they can react to this quickly enough. He's gonna have to.
They can try and force a BKB. Yeah, they will do.
That's a BKB charge.
And again, that's not when you want to be using it.
Or maybe, I mean, maybe that's his whole reason of getting the item. He's perfectly fine, or maybe not perfectly fine, but he has accepted to the fact that he will have a 5-second BKB. In the next 5 minutes.
They smoked up after getting hit by the Ice Blast. A little bit unusual. I don't think 5-Ever will be expecting this, and they'll find Peloton here. Teehee, Yule Scepter up, Split Earth to follow, and this is just a dead Doxer. Oh, BKB straight after Yule's. Good point. Away.
Yep.
Ooh.
Again, not how you want to use these BKB. You know, Lion gets picked up by a solo kill again, this time in MP with the Prophet. I guess the Lion can't even show his face anymore. He wanted to farm Blink, but he's never going to get there with this Prophet around.
Like, if you look at that movement from TNC, you think, okay, well, if Leshrac hadn't been so far ahead of the rest of his team, you have Fissure, you have Split Earth, you do have the stuns to actually lock that Darkseer in place before he BKBs. But the Yules, the fact he used that in particular, allows the Darkseer to escape.
Well, I think you could just Fissure and perfectly time it, perhaps.
Yeah.
I just don't think anybody on TNC expected Darkseer BKB.
But they saw it. They saw it with the Treant, right?
Maybe they didn't click on him. That's what my point.
It's possible.
Are they going to fight this? He doesn't have BKB anymore. Static Storm should be dropped on top. Yeah, Polo Sun jumps in, makes a huge mistake.
Sonic Wave!
Yeah, on Teehee, and he's actually in lot trouble taking the Static Storm. He fully blinks back out. They will go on the Gyrocopter. Is he going to go down? That's a question. Looks like not. Ysera goes for the last hit. Not going to get the kill. And now Ysera trapped in trees, trapped in the lightning. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain blinks in for the kill. They don't get any of it. Glimpse back on Chaos. Fissure forward on Chaos. And Fissure is going to seal the deal.
It's a team wipe for one!
And they're, guess what, right in front of a tier 3 tower.
They don't have their pushing heroes, really. Nature's Prophet is anyone here that's like, okay, let's go away. The Catapult being there. Oh, Booted Travel, is that Leshrac? Okay, I take back what I said. In comes Leshrac, level 4 Edict, tier 3. Say goodbye.
Does Queen of Pain buyback? No. That's Rex.
AA does, but he's live in 5 seconds. That's relevant. Sniper, 8 seconds. Melee Rax is dropping at a decent rate, not as fast as you would really want as TNC. Maybe they don't get it. It's getting a little bit scary here. Nature's Prophet actually TP's back with a scroll, now back in with his spell. Close is locked in place with a Fissure, but glimpsed into an awkward position there. Sniper from Melee Rax are gone. Ice Blast to fly, and who's TPing in? Lion looking for the Nature's Prophet Hex up, call down. Gyro re-enters the party as Lion. KS is gone. Sniper, Chibi, Mask of Madness hammering away at the Gyrocopter. But Rax have fallen. TNC got what they came for, and now they just have to walk away.
I think the biggest mistake for Polo Sun was to charge in as a Darkseer, expecting that he didn't get stunned. But look at how many ways they could disrupt him. They got a Fissure, they got a Yules, they got a Static Storm. They have so many ways to stop that Darkseer. You get the BKB to make that initiation. Unfortunately, he had to use it earlier to escape. So because of that, that cost the entire team, what, 5 kills in a Rex?
Yeah.
And the final nail on the hammer for me is you get these BKB to stay ahead, and they lost a huge fight. So, I mean, 5EVA is out of the game, but they're not mathematically out of the game. Does that make any sense?
They have a very sort of limit to zero kind of chance.
Yeah, like, yes, 5EVA could win, but some serious Dota is going to have to happen for them to win.
Some serious Dota. Real talk, Lumi, real talk. Do you think they have a chance?
I mean, I called GG like 5 minutes ago. But, I mean, from a caster's standpoint, I've seen people come back from worse.
Yes. The fact that over on TNC, Leshrac has not gone for a BKB, that's a big deal, right? Gyrocopter still building into one. So Darkseer, Vacuum Wall is still a potent threat. Vacuum Wall, Ice Blast, Sonic Wave, they still have all of these tools at their disposal to win a team fight.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing is where this team fight happens, right? If they can fight at Roshan, it's going to be 5EVA favored just from their skill set. Maybe not, you know, metric-wise or item-wise. If they can fight outside a tier 3, any kind of choke point is
They
going to
still
be
got the Wombo combo, you know, they could do it.
But then the biggest thing is, how many team fights in a row do they need to actually win handily? Because pushing into tier 2s here is still a pretty distant prospect.
They still haven't seen a tier 2 yet. We're in game 2, we're 24 minutes into game 2,
well, and
they haven't seen a tier 2.
Tier 1's mid and top is still standing.
Exactly.
It's gold in the bank, but can you actually get yourself to the bank when all of your both of your legs are broken?
I mean, if you have hero like maybe a Morphling, you're like, okay, you know what? If we win a fight, we could push them to some tower. But like you said, they don't have pushers. I mean, has Sniper even shown up to play Dota yet?
He used Mask of Madness at the push onto the racks, and he killed Nature's Prophet with the help of Lion. But his build is so glass cannon.
You get what I mean, right? I don't think he's shown up.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Darkseer wrap around. He's got the BKB. Like this is the way they have to play it. But unfortunately, mid is pressure, and I believe FNC is aware that they will only lose to a 5-man vacuum combo. So they will just play for that. They'll just spread up. Send only the Darkseer, or sorry, send only the Leshrac forward. Leshrac's so tanky, got so much regen, and he's got an Aegis. So why don't you just send the Leshrac forward and eat it, the tower, hit the tower a little bit? It won't be the fastest push, but they don't have anything pressuring them.
what's the bailout plan for TNC? If they do put the Leshrac on the front and he dies the first time, how likely is it he dies the second time? Without them winning a team fight. Not very likely, right? You know, there's...
Yep.
Oh, Blossom coming in here. BKB, who does he backfill? Not going to find anyone to get the Earthshaker of all people. The wall whiffs, the Ice Blast not going to hit a damn thing, and the Earthshaker looks like he's going to be the only freaking target they get. 2 down for 5 and the buyback from the Sniper will allow him to get back into the fight and do a decent damage to T-He, but now he's trapped. Chibi held in place, the Sprout and Orchid, Miracle, Sonic Wave, and does finish off Nature's Prophet. That's a decent kill. Desolator now gone, but Polos in the Darkseer focused by the Leshrac, who still has Aegis of the Immortal.
You know, that looked really bad for 5EVA, but honestly, at the end of it, it's a 3-for-2 exchange.
With the buyback.
With the buyback, so it's still very much so TNC favored. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're down by, what, 15,000 gold, and you could trade a 5-2 fight with the buyback.
And you don't lose tier 3.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
That's, I mean, again, not the best, but they're in the game. They're in the game.
They held.
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
And also, look at how poorly that fight started for 5EVA.
They missed. Well,
they missed everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much everything whiffed. They didn't get any AoE from Sonic Wave. It was single target on the Nature's Prophet. And this was after the vacuum hit Earthshaker. Wall didn't get any illusions.
Right.
Leshrac was chasing down the Darkseer, and you know the fight was all spread out. So TNC did a decent job with that. But it doesn't really play into TNC's lineup to spread out that much either. It was basically to play against 5EVA.
So what we're saying is, it's essentially almost the worst case scenario for 5EVA in terms of how the fight went. And they still did all right. The most important thing is that this sniper is getting time. The Aegis also is running out of time, so you can see that the Radiant team is booking it to the bottom lane. They want to make another push.
Yeah, they've got 2 minutes left.
They need to use that Aegis.
They would like to have this timing play where BKB and Gyro is ready with this Aegis of the Immortal, but that's still a good...
Oh, they're going now. They're waiting.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing. They'd like it, but it's not happening. They need to go now.
Uh-oh. Yule Scepter going to force out the BKB, and Miracle has to go now. Polo Sun, BKB, Vacuum, only gets a Gyro. Ice Blast will hit this time. They will remove the Gyro, and guess what? That's another full minute bot, because I don't think 5EVA is pushing without. Meanwhile, T-He on the backline, he's gone in. Oh, the Echo Slam, the follow-up. They will get 2 heroes, including Sniper. Round 2 is happening right now. Miracle out of BKB.
There's no buybacks. Miracle does, but Sniper doesn't. Miracle's going to try and get back into the fight with AU dropping low. Pelosi split Earth and hit by the Enchant Totem. He's gone, he's down, he's out. As Miracle hiding in his fountain. Nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. Darkseer and Sniper down for a good minute. As another lane of racks are going to drop here. TNC dismantling 5EVA in this game number 2. They've pushed in, they know what they want, they're going to get it. Nature's Prophet with that Deso. He's just ripping these buildings to shred. KS blinks forward, AU blinks back with the Fissure. T-He should be able to set this up for another kill. The Ice Blast, the trail will land, but not the actual blast itself as Miracle. How long until blink? 2 seconds, should be good here.
Orchid! They will get him, but GG is called. I mean, the big
He's alive.
difference... Well, for now, and then he next. The big difference in this second fight compared to the first is that Dire threw so much on Leshrac, and Leshrac died in respawn, and the Echo was the stun they needed.
Yeah.
The first fight, they just let the Leshrac run away and chase the Darkseer. I think that worked out much better because he was out of the fight where the Pulse Nova didn't do too much damage.
Yeah, they kind of sucked them in.
Yeah,
and as soon as
them up.